Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night I feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, it won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still here. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.
Hey guys, welcome back. I took about a week-long break. My birthday happened. I worked hard on the fairy tale review. I just wanted, a week where I could just chill, play some Crash Bandicoot or whatever. And I have some more videos planned for this week. I got one on My Hero Academia, one on the Persona series, and of course I'll have my Solanin review out in a bit. But this video has to do with something pretty amazing that happened this past week. If you follow me on Twitter, there's a chance you caught a glimpse of it, and oh man, it is quite a sight to behold. This started about a week ago when I tweeted out thanking everyone for the support on my fairy tale review, which for one of my full series reviews did very, very well on its first day. And then it doesn't take too long before I hear from Blair. Now for a bit of a background, Blair, who is actually a guy by the way, is someone, who's followed me on Twitter for a while. He always seemed pretty chill. He would always try to debunk my points on how fairy tale was bad, but he would never really bring up any good arguments, so I would just brush him off and we'd disagree and move on. But I think this one video pushed him over the edge. Now what I'm about to show you is a Twitter conversation that involved myself, Blair, and some of my friends that happened this past week, and honestly it's probably still going on at the time I'm uploading this video. There's also this guy Donnie who was there, but honestly he's just like an edgelord shitposter. I honestly don't know if anything he says is serious, and he never really brings up points anyway, so I'm just sort of going to be ignoring him. So yes, what I'm about to show you is real. Blair is an actual person who actually believes these things. So Blair starts off by saying that, I was being mean in my fairy tale review, and I'm like, nah man, I was fair. A good chunk of that video was me praising the good parts of fairy tale, but it turns out his real problem was with the intro when I got a bunch of my friends to, talk shit about fairy tale, and he had a problem with that, and then Donnie shows up, he calls us pieces of shit. Blair agrees. I'm like, okay, so now you're calling out my friends, let's fucking go. I tag all of them in the tweet, and then what happens next is quite amazing. It then explodes into this gigantic war where you have a bunch of my friends, Apollo Gray, Shrug Pod, Neptune Plays, LC Comics, who wasn't even in the video, shows up at some point. It was great. And it's just a constant back and forth of Blair bringing up points as to why fairy tale is bad, and us just completely destroying him in every possible way, because some of the points he brings up were quite baffling, and it's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. There are just some people who can't argue anything, and it's kind of hilarious. So Blair kept saying that fairy tale was amazing, that it's a great series. We wanted to know why. And of course he does what every fairy tale fanboy seems to do: compare it to One Piece. Because apparently to him, One Piece is like one of the worst things ever. Now you know me, I'm a fan of One Piece. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I enjoy it, and honestly, even if you don't like One Piece, you can probably admit that it's on an entirely different level of quality than fairy tale. And you see, this is the problem. He couldn't talk about how fairy tale was good without bringing up the so-called flaws of another series. Why do I say so-called? Well, I'll get to that. And basically, he's calling One Piece fans hypocrites, because if the shit that goes down in fairy tale happened in One Piece, we'd say, oh, it was great in One Piece but shitty in fairy tale. Now to that I say bullshit. Now there definitely are some One Piece fans who, like, if Oda pulled like the most bullshit thing ever, people would still defend it. I'm not one of those people. Most of my friends who like One Piece are not one of those people, and it's funny because a lot of the people in this conversation weren't even fans of One Piece. They were just here to dispute Blair's arguments because they were so terrible. So what were some of his arguments? Oh boy! So for one, we get into some bullshit power-ups. So with Blair saying, oh, all of Luffy's power-ups come out of absolutely nowhere, and when that happens with Natsu, you guys get all mad, but when it happens with Luffy, it's all cool and stuff. And just so you know, none of us brought up One Piece. It was all Blair trying to get us into this conversation about why One Piece is shit. But anyway, this is when I realized this is going to be amazing, because, you see, they actually do explain how Luffy gets his power-ups. Is it basic? Yeah, it's pretty much he trained. yeah, that was about it. We don't even really see the training, but that's what happened. It's a fact. And your argument is that they came out of nowhere, which is literally not true. There are a ton of subjective things you could argue about. You can say, oh, I just prefer Fairy Tail more because I like the premise, I like some of the characters more. That's fine, because we really can't argue with that, it's subjective. But you're spitting out what is basically fake news. And then when Apollo tries to call Blair out, like, well, how do you explain all of Natsu's bullshit power-ups? And then he replies with this. He earned them. Are you forgot? One Piece wasn't the only thing brought up though. Of course, Blair had to go and bring DBZ into all of this mess, claiming that One Piece was the poor man's DBZ. You do realize that all of these series were part of the same genre. Of course they're going to be similar. We're like, what? He talks about how One Piece copied Dragon Ball. He brings up the fact how, you know, Goku and Luffy, like, they both go off to train for a significant amount of time. And that was his argument, saying One Piece copied Dragon Ball. Natsu does the exact same fucking thing. And when we bring that extremely obvious fact up, Blair says it's because his father died, he wanted to get stronger, protect his friends. Which is true. Yet then he goes on to say that Luffy does it because he's a little bitch. When Luffy did that for the exact same reason. How is this real? How is this a real conversation we were having? Okay, I'm taking medication for my bad ankle. I thought I was ODing or some shit. So the war continues. We're like, you still haven't told us why you think Fairy Tail is better. And he's like, oh, I brought up points. What are you talking about? It's like, yeah, you did. But all your points were shit and easily disprovable. The fact that you couldn't defend Fairy Tail without bringing up other series really says a lot. And this is where things get really funny. And this is when I decided that I had to make a video about this. You see, Donnie was here the whole time, you know, just talking shit, doing the usual stuff he does. And he was the original person to bring up One Piece to me while arguing Fairy Tail, and I thought it was hilarious. So, several weeks ago in the Fairy Tail video, I made a reference to this, how Fairy Tail fans, they always like to bring up One Piece. And when I uploaded that video, Blair was actually there saying how funny it was that I called out Donnie. The hypocrisy doesn't end there. It gets so much better. July 14th, here is Blair saying that he doesn't actually hate One Piece, which just sounds a lot different from him, you know, saying it's one of the worst things he's ever read. So, a screenshot, I bring it up, I'm like, yo, bitch, explain yourself. So then he says, in the time that has passed since July 14th, he has reread parts of the series and come to the conclusion that it is shit. And I say, you know what? Fair enough. I mean, opinions can change pretty quickly. And to back it up, we have this tweet from July 22nd where Blair is claiming that One Piece sucks. But then on July 23rd, the very next day, in a reply to me, admits that One Piece is a good series. Are you bipolar? And this is the best part. This is the magnum opus of everything that happened. When I bring up these two tweets that happened a day apart, hacked! I died laughing. I like spit out my drink. I was on the floor. It was so funny. So you're telling me that someone hacked your account for the sole purpose of replying to my tweet and claiming that One Piece is a good series, and then after you were hacked, you didn't tell anyone you were hacked, and you didn't delete any of the tweets made when you were hacked. I bring all this up, and all he does is say, why would I? Why would I? Because everyone will think you're lying, and I'll end up making a video exposing you for all your hypocrisy. So the war continues. Blair keeps saying that he won. For some reason. Keeps saying, oh, all One Piece fans are just assholes. You know, we're all the same, we're all hypocrites. And he also claims that he's never gonna give up. So there you go. So it's your turn, Blair. If you think all the stuff I'm saying is wrong, feel free to make a video response. As I'm sure you know, your opinions are probably objectively right, so you know, you go on, go roast me. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And I think I'm just gonna end here with a compilation of some epic bodies from myself and my friends.
Get me the fuck out of here!